Oh my god! All right, guys. I'm going to give you, allow you. I'm gonna let y'all in to our live stream tonight. So this is tonight's class with one of our coaches, Tito. He's also one of our leaders in the company in headlines, and this is a guy who's been in the program for a couple years, for a few years now, has applied everything that he's learned and clearing well over six figures. Smart guy, and he's gonna show you guys how to choose the right barbershop. And not just the right barbershop, but if you're a barbershop owner or you're an aspiring barbershop owner, how to choose the right location for the right barbershop. So let's go ahead and tap in. Let's see what we got going down. All right, waiting for this thing to load. Are we in?
So I think we're good.
All right, cool.
Yep.
All right, bro. I'm here. I got it on mute, but I'm here.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right. Yes. We have an awesome crowd. All right. For everybody else who's joining right now, let's
Hey, Tito, you want to put me as co-host? Do you have a co-host?
Not yet. I'm looking for Jordan, but I'll go ahead and put you as co-host as well.
Put me as well, but if Jordan can hold it down, that'd be great. What's up, everybody? So glad to have so many people in here. I hope there's a lot of new names, new faces, all that good stuff, right?
And I almost called it too.
Hey, Jason, can you mute yourself, Jason?
Yeah.
I got him. I muted him.
Yeah, that might be better, just so we don't have. Okay, I think we got most everybody.
Beautiful.
And we'll hit record right before.
Yes, sir, guys, and I'm live on YouTube. I'm letting people outside get some access to what we do on a weekly basis, man. How we pour into our community. So let's crush it.
Yo, Tito, hit the mute all button, Tito.
Yep. Okay. Mute all. Done. Oh, cool. And does that leave me unmuted? All right. Perfect. Perfect. All right. We're gonna admit a couple more people in here, and then I'm going to fire up this presentation. It is 9:03 now, so let me go ahead and do this.
If you want to make me co-host, Tito.
Oh, there you go. Sweet. Yep, one sec. Where are you at? Jordan Perez, 6FB coach. Perfect. Okay, cool. So we got Basio and we have Jordan as co-host. Guys, we have a room full of coaches. We got Basio in here. We've got Dre in here tonight. So this is going to be a extra valuable call, man. It's exciting. It's exciting. Let's go ahead and drop this down here. We got a couple people admitting.
Recording in progress.
Okay, awesome. Here we go. All right, guys. Let's see here. Cool. So everybody, welcome. Welcome. I hope you guys are all doing great today. Super special welcome to the new members. I was just told we have a lot of new members who aren't even in the mentorship right now tuning in on YouTube. So you guys welcome as well. All the returning members. This is going to be one of those calls that is a major key in how smooth your road to a six-figure career and beyond is. The name of this presentation today is Stop Guessing and Start Growing. It has to do with how to pick the right shit for your business. Now, all of us, we all know how to cut hair by now, right? We all are finely tuned barbers. But if you find yourself in the wrong place of business, it can really feel like a race car on city streets, dealing with excess traffic, roadblocks, restrictions. You'll have difficulty tapping into what you're truly capable of. But if you can put that race car on a race track, that's when you can get to breaking records. And that's really what we try to do with Headlines Barbershop. Today's presentation, it just breaks down the standards that we hold ourselves to. We need to make sure that we build our shops out like this, so that way you can also find the gems that are in your area. Or even if you're planning on opening yourself soon, these are some just foundational columns that we follow that you can do the same when you're building yours out. So today's plan, today we're going to be reviewing the 5 boxes to check off when deciding if a shop is worth building your career out of. Now, if you're in the mentorship or if you plan on joining soon, you can always refer back to step 2. It's in module 1 and lesson number 7. So if you're alumni, if you've already passed it up, feel free to go back and review. And if you just started the program, please don't skip ahead. We want to keep it all in order. That information will come to you soon. But this will be something to look forward to if that is the case. We're going to see how demographics and anchor stores can help your business. Then we're going to look at the proximity of the shop, how the proximity of the shop compares to your current clientele base if you are considering a switch. We're also going to be looking into why a path to booth rent is important, what that even means in the first place, having freedom to market yourself and to make your own decisions based on price raises. And then we're going to close with real life examples from your peers who are already in this group. I was able to speak with two of you, and they told me about how this information helped them just skyrocket their career and get them to a better place. So this is going to be a really awesome call. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Now, the first box that we like to check off is about demographics and anchor stores. Now, the path that this mentorship takes you down is strategically building demand. So that way we can end up as premium rate barbers. That's the dream, right? Now, that being said, we're going to need to make sure that the crowd that we are operating in, the area that we're operating in, can afford what our prices will be once we get to that point. So we're looking for the higher end of the median incomes. Another factor that we look for when deciding where to put up shop is the surrounding anchor stores. So let's say if there's a Starbucks, if there's a Whole Foods, Target, if you're in the Southeast, Publix nearby, and even better if it's in the plaza that you're in, you're definitely in the right place. The thing that a lot of us forget is that these brands spend millions of dollars on research to open up shop. For them to do the research and they find out all the demographics that they're opening in, we can actually leverage their investments to our advantage. So that's something that a lot of people overlook. The second box is the proximity to existing clientele. So I used my local area here. You can see in this illustration, like what a 5 mile radius would be, that I should be able to move anywhere within that 5 mile radius with no problem. But if I were to go beyond that area, it would be a little less likely that my full clientele would follow me, because the goal is not to start fresh. If you're on this mentorship and you're going to be switching shops, that's not step number one that we want you to do, is not to start fresh. But if you've already been putting in the work to build your clientele, something to consider is how local do we want to stay? Moving past 15 minutes from where you currently cut at, you're basically asking your clientele to find another barber. People do value convenience. So if at all, this is something that would be nice, a nice box to check off, so you can keep that clientele around there with you. Now we have the two people that I was able to speak with at the end of this presentation. I'll introduce them to you. They've been able to move way beyond that 15-minute mark to be able, basically because they felt like the other boxes just were so much stronger. But we'll go ahead and talk about those guys at the end. You know, moving far is a last resort. You want to try your best with what you have now. Now, the third box is a path to booth rent. And what does that actually mean, right? A path to booth rent, if you're not familiar with that terminology. There's plenty of shops that offer commission. And even in some states like New Jersey, it's mandatory for a lot of barbershops to have a commission structure. So now if you choose to stay in an area that commission is mandatory, then this one may not be as applicable to you, but it is still very important that we have a path to booth rent when possible. We mean that it's okay if you're brought on as commission, but you definitely want to have a conversation with the ownership and see what a clear requirement is so that way you can get to booth rent. That's how we do it now with all of our hires at Headlines. A booth rent shop will allow you to have better control over your career path, making it easier to follow the program. When not being controlled by commission, you'll have more flexibility to be able to set your own prices, keep more profits, and just have the freedom to scale your business as you grow. For us, booth rent is a step towards ownership and long-term financial freedom with the systems that we teach. It provides a foundation just for expanding to multiple locations. After you open your first shop, it's a really easy path and model to scale. So that's why we love booth rent. make sure you have a path and a way to get there. The fourth box that we like to go over is marketing freedom. Now, the freedom to market and promote ourselves is a super crucial part. We want to make sure that we're able to do things like contribute to the Google My Business profile and be able to post on social media, just contribute to the shop's online presence. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of shops out there that they just want to be known on an app. They're happy if they've got their 1,000 Booksy reviews, or hey, we're really well known on the Cut app. But that's not really what we're going for. We want to be able to stand out so that way we can maximize that walk-in flow. It's the Google review presence. That's what's going to get that done. The right shop will understand this and give us the space to take ownership and be able to contribute to their, and then they'll realize, the right shop will realize that us helping them with their online Google presence, it benefits everybody.
Talk your shit.
And that kind of ties into the fifth and final box that we check off, and that's pricing freedom. It's definitely something that's important. It's a really important part of our program. Like, we put this work in on the market rate grind. We teach our barbers to excel way past $100,000 of income just off of market rate. So that way we can enjoy the fruits of our labor when we do enjoy a proper planned price raise. But if we find ourselves in a shop where everybody's prices are controlled, then we won't be able to pull the levers in our business that we need to. The right shop will support us in setting our own rates, and similar to the marketing, they'll understand that, one barber being able to properly level up can lead to others doing the same and just having everybody grow. So I want to show you guys two examples from our mentorship group that have used the information in this presentation to change their career paths. Hopefully they're also in the, if you're here, Mutan and Gerald, go ahead, drop a comment in the chat, because first we're going to talk about Frederick Mutan. A lot of you guys may be familiar with Mutan already. Now, back in Battle Creek, Michigan, he was grinding really hard. He was working 6 days a week from 5 in the morning to 8 at night, often cutting 25 to 35 heads a day just to get by, from what he was telling me. Because the barbershop prices were like bit stuck at $10 for a haircut, and I think it was $13 for haircut and beard. There was a really, really low median income in Battle Creek, Michigan, and he worked hard. He put in all the work, but he was never able to surpass $55,000 in a year. It's literally half of what our goal is, right? Our baseline. So he decided to make a move. He decided that was not checking the boxes he needed to. He made a move to go over an hour away to a town called Kalamazoo. And in Kalamazoo, Michigan, he did find a better opportunity there. And he decided that, that area definitely checked a lot more of the boxes, and things turned around quickly. Mutan found, and Mutan can speak to you how, being in the right situation, he was able to up his income to over $11,000 a month just by his fourth month. So, thinking about Mutan's example, is, in your opinion, would an hour drive be worth doubling your income for you? It's just something to consider. Mutan did it, and he can speak to it. It's something that we all can learn from. But he decided that that still wasn't enough. He wanted to make an even bigger jump. So what did he do? He ended up leaving the entire state of Michigan, came down to Tampa, Florida, to work with one of our headlines barbershops. And he saw even better results. Within his first month, he was brought in over $12,000 just in the first month. And his numbers now are bananas. I won't even talk about those myself. I'll let him tell you. But those were two major shifts, that he did it within state and he did it out of state, just to show you how a change in environment could really boost his career. And this next one is a very recent example, actually. This one is working in a barbershop that now belongs to one of your coaches, Jordan Perez. He opened up our newest Bloomingdale location. So Gerald, he was originally from Orlando, and he decided, he's like, you know what, I need to change the scenery. I'm gonna come out to Tampa. So he found a local barbershop that he initially felt met enough of the boxes, but he found out that the marketing and the pricing freedom in that situation, in that shop, didn't allow him to really generate the walk-ins and the shop reputation that he wanted. He found out over time the boxes were not being checked. The professionalism, the culture was a problem. It was just really a toxic place to work at. And I remember we were talking about this. We had some conversations about it when he came to shadow at headlines. He had different ideas in his head. And naturally, he started feeling the financial strain of working in that kind of environment. It had got to the point that he had to pull a second job. It left him running on fumes. It just like it affected his passion for barbering. And eventually, he realized that he had a choice to make. Either I'm going to stay in a place where I feel unappreciated, I feel stuck, or do I go find a new opportunity where I can truly grow? And that's where he came, he shadowed, he had conversations, and he moved to Headlines Barbershop. And it made all the difference. In his first week, he started making more money than ever before. And now he has a solid system of barbers around him who all contribute to his shop's growth. Um, and one thing with him, he made sure that he kept a close proximity to his current clientele. So even though he wasn't fully booked before, but he still had a nice foundation, a nice base of people to start with, and then just let the flooding of walk-ins come and pile on top of that. And I mean, I think he's had a really amazing start so far. So that is what I wanted to share with you guys. I'm going to now open up the floor to some questions that we can answer. We have a whole room of coaches today, so this is going to be really, really valuable for you guys. So let's go ahead and get some hands up, and let's see what we can do here. Let's see who has their hands up here. Okay, so I have someone named iPhone. I don't know your name, but if you could lower your hand, unmute, and turn on your camera, please.
That's Lewis, I bet. Well, still ain't
Hey,
changed
yo,
his.
can you hear me?
Yes,
I
I can
knew
hear
it
you
was
perfect,
Lewis.
man. Can you hear me?
Oh, bet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Man, so, real quick, this is gonna give you like general context. Before I like ask my question. So I'm in the shop right now. I'm pretty sure you might have heard me or people have already. None of us are licensed.
Yeah.
I'm in the process of getting licensed. But the reason I'd say like that shop, I guess, works is because I know I have full freedom. So I have full pricing freedom, full marketing freedom. Like obviously we're not on Google My Business yet, but once people start getting licensed, we're going to, and we're in the process of getting everybody licensed.
Okay.
The demographics aren't the best. Like we're not in a plaza. It's more like a building, but we are near like a town center that's getting like re I guess like they're pumping money into it to make it look nice and all this stuff. The area I'm in isn't the best income. Um so like I've been kind of debating leaving or not. This will be my third time leaving. I don't want to, but I have been thinking about it just because I've had hit some bumps as far as like culture wise and stuff like that. But I definitely think that can be changed. So I just want to see like
You froze up a little bit. Yeah, no, he's completely okay. Yeah, a lot. Okay. Well, from what I understood, if you of course feel free to hop back on if you get back on here, definitely work towards the licensing, right? I think there's a lot of there you are. There you are.
can anybody hear me or no? Can you hear
Okay,
me?
you froze. So okay, nobody in the shop has a license. Now you said that it's a
Yeah.
good culture, but you said that you've run into some bumps in like you've been
Yeah.
bumped in there. Okay, so elaborate on that a little bit.
So the bumps, bro, are just like the bumps I want to say, and we've kind of discussed them because we just had a meeting yesterday and we kind of discussed them. But some of the bumps are mainly um just talk, like the talk within the shop, and I feel like that's a hard one to change because like people are so used to being the kind of person they are. You know what I'm saying? And we're all like homeboys, really. Like we all went to school. Most of us went to school with each other, and stuff like that. So like the talk sometimes isn't the best, even on my end. That's some stuff I got to work on as well.
Yeah.
But mainly, man, I try to like be as positive as possible. But sometimes, man, it's just like negative up. It can be negative up in there, like a lot, and like a lot of tension can be in the room, and it's just like the client sense that. Like literally, sometimes it'll just be dead silence, and then you put music on, and somebody gets mad that there's music on. It's
Yeah.
like kind of that kind of vibe.
Well, I think I mean it sounds like it has a lot of potential. It sounds like you guys have a really good thing going. Obviously I won't condone the whole license thing, but it sounds like you guys are all
Yeah,
working on that. So that's soon to come. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's just a matter of having open communication with them, talking with them and being like, are you guys more worried about being homies or are you guys more worried about making money? You know what I mean?
yeah,
The conversation topics, I mean, it is tough. It is tough like when you're in a situation where there is nobody has any kind of respect for the business. It's like our goal of yeah, now we're unlicensed, right now we're low key, but what happens when we do hit Google and we do start accepting a lot more people in? That was actually a big part of so Gerald, the second example that I talked
yeah,
about in my presentation, his shop situation got really toxic to where he tried talking about it, he tried having the meetings, and it's a continued effort,
yeah,
but for him, he just decided he saw that nobody was with it. Nobody was with it. Nobody wanted to grow with him. And it's hard to go far in a place like that. Um,
yeah,
I mean, it sounds like, options will be limited for now just because of the licensing issue. So
yeah,
I would definitely just keep having those meetings, just like you have to help them see the bigger vision. It's like, yeah, we're low key right now, but that's not the long-term plan, guys. If any other coaches want to chime in, feel free to bump in here. But I mean, I would say it's a limited situation. You can't really go anywhere because of the licensing, but
yeah.
keep
That's
the
another
meetings
thing,
going. I
man.
mean, be the change that you want to see in there. So if an inappropriate topic were to come up, you know,
What's up, guys? Yeah, what's up? What's up? Can you give me the question one more time?
he's in a tough culture, man. He's having well, you could tell him better.
What's up, bro?
Okay. Yeah, yeah, no, no. So, I was just saying, like, how the license, not the license, the shop I'm in is unlicensed. So we're trying to stay low key. The biggest struggle right now is like the culture, as far as like, the conversations being had, the language being used to kind of not like we talked about it yesterday in our meeting about like being able to talk better and all this stuff, but like it can get to a point where bro tension is so like bad, like it's literally dead silence, like it's like you can literally tell everybody's tense in the room, man, and it's just like can be a bad culture at times. We have our good days, but like typically like 4 days out of the week will be like half the day will be horrible, bro, and just like people are mad and frustrated and all that stuff, man. So it's kind of getting you to chime in on that.
No, yeah, bro, 100%. So, I mean, Basio had a great point. When I joined Headlines Brandon, I didn't even think it was I didn't even think it was a headlines at first, to be honest with you, because like it was tough in there, right? There was no real leadership inside of the shop, and there was times where like people would start getting mad at people for greeting clients. Like,
Yeah,
why are you greeting clients? Like, why are you asking them if they got an appointment or not? Or there was this one time I try to ask somebody, hey, bro, like if somebody comes in, can you just like ask them where they came from? Because we're marketing and we just want to know what's working. And somebody looked me dead in my face and told me, like, bro, why are you talking to me? You are not my manager. And I
mm,
was like, and this was after a month or two of just me trying to help and pour into the guys.
yeah,
But I think there's a couple things that I'll say that for me, I think stood true. One of them is that you are a leader. So you hold yourself to a higher standard than what they may hold themselves to. And leaders lead, leaders go first. But
yeah,
it's also servant leadership. When you can go out of your way and serve each individual and understanding what that looks like, you go ahead and you do that. And sometimes it's giving people grace, it's giving people, patience, it's not holding grudges. And it's really not just reading the book, but becoming the book, how to win friends and influence people. That book applied with a level of, and this is my next point, but that book applied with a relentless consistency. People will fall. like people will just fall out of line, because what happens is you start to win over one person, and then you start to win over another person, and you start to win over another person, because you're being consistent and you're going every single day. And kind of like Tito said, you are being the change that you want to see in the shop. And then now the culture starts to slowly change because you win over this guy and then this guy and then this girl. And I'm like, damn, this is dope. Because everybody wants people would rather go into a place that they enjoy working in. But as a leader, you have to learn how to talk to each person, because each person is different. And you as a leader, you have to learn, how can I get the most from each player of my team? That's a beautiful way that Dre talks about it, is that, you're not always going to have a Jordan or a Tito or a Mouton or a Gerald or whatever in your shop. But what you can do is get the most out of each person there. There was one guy that I knew he would never get a review. He would never do anything extra. But you know what he would do? He would always take walk-ins. Cool. If you can only take walk-ins, take the walk-ins, and I'll just focus on getting the shop so busy that you're happy, but then at the same time, there's gonna be so much spillover that the next guy's happy as well. But from you, bro, it comes from you leading, you being you being the change that you want to see in the shop, but you doing it with a level of relentless consistency, bro, because energy is infectious. You're literally killing these people with kindness.
I think he's gonna be the A barber that brings the D up to a C, the C up to a B.
Yeah.
People are gonna follow your lead, bro, but you have to stay consistent. Like
you have to. That was something I told Dave when we first started in the shop, that we were trying to, we were reaching this kind of pushback that we didn't know what to deal with. And I was telling Dave, I was like, bro, what we cannot do is stop. We have to be consistent. And then now it's the culture that it is today. But bro, it took me like, one of the things I did is, on my drive to work, I would make sure that mentally I'm ready for the day. Because it's not just about me having great energy for my clients, but it's about me having great energy for the other guys in the shop. So I go into the shop, I dab everybody else. I dab them all up, right? I might give them a compliment. I might greet them, be like, yo, how we doing today, guys? We doing good? Man, that haircut looks amazing. Man, your shoes look fresh. I see you, though. I see you over there. Whatever it is. But that's why, read that book and become that book.
Got you.
he's talking
Appreciate you, man.
about how to let friends and influence people.
Yeah, bro. But like, honestly, the last thing I'll say, I know I give you a super long-winded answer, and I'm super sorry. But
No, it's cool.
the last thing that I'll say is that in retrospect, I'm so glad that I walked into that opportunity, because me walking into that opportunity, can somebody put how to win friends and influence people in the chat?
Yeah.
So somebody when you have that opportunity, you're literally building yourself up. You're increasing your skill set. You're increasing your character. Me walking into that opportunity has built me now into a way better shop owner. I know how to get way more from my guys because I've actually been tested. Versus if I walked into the perfect shop, I wouldn't have to develop those same skills. So this opportunity, it might be like, damn, this kind of sucks. But in reality, bro, it's a blessing. It is a blessing that you have this adversity to face.
Also,
absolutely, man. Appreciate that.
Also, for long-term context, Jordan has been out of the shop for 3 months already. And even to this day, we still have people who speak about how he's turned things around. I'm still seeing behavior changes and improvements from people who were in the shop back then. Maybe back then they didn't budge, but now we have people signing up for the mentorship literally 48 hours ago. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a long-lasting effect if you're strong enough to just keep it going. Just keep it going, bro. Like, you're gonna have an amazing result with it. Because it sounds like
for sure, man.
Potential, and you're working towards getting licensed. So just keep that up and report back. Let us know how it goes.
No, for sure. Well, man, appreciate that. I never looked at it. Appreciate you, Jordan, for that long answer, even though it was long. I never looked at it from that point of view as it being a blessing. Man. I've always looked at people talking bad and all that as like just negativity. But man, for sure, taking the problem on, and man, I'm gonna try to be the change, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, let's have Elias. Can you please unmute yourself? And if you can, turn on your camera.
Yo.
Elias, what's going on, man?
You can hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you perfect. How you doing?
What's going on, man? What's up, everybody? My name's Elias. In Spanish is Elias. It don't really matter how you pronounce my name. I'm a new member. I just joined the course about like a few days ago, and I have a few questions. One of the questions I had was that this mentorship, I know it caters to all barbershops or whatnot, but I feel it goes better with, I guess, damn, I don't want to assume, like, how can I say it, man? It's like a few days. Nah, oh yo, Basio, what's up? I took a picture with you in the one of the expos. It was in Jersey. I don't know if you remember. No problem. When in one of the modules it says free cuts, right? So one of the questions I had was like, how much do you are you like am I gonna pass out a business card and flyer to, like, if I start out in a new shop? Well, not me, like, in general, but like, just, I mean, like, in general, like, will somebody like pass out cards and flyers and just keep on telling everybody free cut, free cut, free cut? Or do you like pick and choose free cut? Because it's like, what if you hand out all those flyers and then, like, let's say on a Friday or Saturday you have like five people that come in wanting free cuts? Like, do you give all those five people free cuts? Like, you get what I'm trying to say?
Okay, so the free haircuts is a lead magnet. If someone has space in your schedule to book a free cut, that means that you're not fully booked and you have the free time, right? So what you're gonna want to do is and don't it doesn't matter if they come on a Friday, it doesn't matter if they come on a Saturday. I charge the same money I do on a Monday that I do on a Saturday. So a free cut's gonna be a free cut for me. The purpose of that is the lead magnet to bring in people who otherwise would never have known about me. So I'm never going to offer that to a walk-in. I'm not going to offer that to somebody who books an appointment on my regular website. But what I am going to do is I'm going to create a private link that nobody else can access unless if I give them this link, put that QR code. And if I'm out networking, marketing, then hey man, like I would love to take care of you. I want to earn your business. Here, book this free cut. So I want to earn your business. Or if you run an ad, you could run an ad in your area and be like, hey, this is the private link, so that way you could get this free cut because you've never heard of me before. So that's really what it is. The purpose of it is to bring in people and drive traffic. It's your lead magnet.
Yeah. I watched it. I know the lead magnet. Well, I don't know. It was offer or product or something like that. Product. You offer the new. Yeah, bro. I watched it, bro. I promise I watched it, man. Well, the second question. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. Why? No. It was. I was just asking, like, if it was a group of people asking for the free haircut that all came in one day. Like, are you like? My question
It doesn't
was.
matter how many. It if I had space, like the way I look at it, if I had space that 10 people booked a free cut on a Friday, bro, I need those 10 people. I just need to get people to know who I am because clearly I'm not busy enough. You know what I'm saying? If we were already booked out to the point where it wouldn't benefit us to do those five, six free cuts on a Friday, then we just generally wouldn't have space for that. So I don't care how many people come in for a free cut. If I have that much space, it just means, hey, I'm introducing myself to these people. And 95% of those people tip too. So it's not.
I'm muted on YouTube. What ends up happening is that naturally the paid customers start feeling like, damn, this is getting too busy. And Elias, your job is to set up rebookings, recurring appointments for the paying customers. Before you know it, your Friday is booked out because it's full of recurring appointments for the entire year. And all of a sudden your Saturday's matching that because you're in such demand. People don't know if they're free haircuts or not. They think they're all paying customers. And so they just see that you're super busy. Before you know it, by organically, everybody's booking you, recurring appointments. Now you're booked and you stop doing the free haircut offers. Now what we're trying to do is we're trying to get our paying customers that we filled up because of the free haircuts campaign. Now we're trying to get them to pick up the VIP service because we're trying to raise our average ticket. So now we're making way more money because we're adding, it's called vertical integration. It's offering more to the same clientele to increase your revenues. And then what ends up happening is you get booked and then we raise our prices. This is what we found has been the most efficient path to this, where most people won't do this and it takes them 2, 3, 4 years to finally crack 6 figures while they already raised their prices and stuff and they still haven't made no money. We're going to make 6 figures every single year until we raise our prices. And then when we raise our prices, it's not because we're going to work the same schedule. Now you hit the fork. You can decide whether, okay, it's been a year and a half, it's been 2 years, I'm at premium rates. I can go down to 3 days a week and still make $120,000 a year if I wanted to, or I can do what Jordan is doing, put my foot on the gas, still make $200,000 a year. Jordan makes $20,000 a month. He's 23 years old. Guys, success leaves clues. We're not, I get the feel like and shit, but when you're talking to people who've been building, not just building it, but duplicating it over and over and over again, there's a method to the madness. And so if I'm telling you, I'm trying to get you to 200K, baby, that way you can decide if you're going to put your foot on the gas. Jordan lives on 50K a year, probably less. Imagine a 23-year-old guy who can save $150,000 a year and invest $150,000 a year. That's why he's 23 with property. That's why he's 23 with his own barbershop, because he listened. He followed the blueprint. He didn't get fancy. Like it's okay, guys, to be open-minded and just try it. What else you got to lose? Just put your head down and try it. All right. So I hope that answers your question. And I just wanted to piggyback on what you were saying, Tito.
Yeah, no.
It definitely did. It definitely did. That was just on my mind. I wanted to say in module 1 and module 2, like I was trying to click some videos and the videos wasn't working. Like I had to like sign in again, and I don't know, it was just bugging out. Like the videos on the bottom, like not the first video, like the the first video you watch, and then sometimes there's like links on the bottom of that video.
Yeah,
like
do me a favor. Post it in school with a screenshot. Make a post in school with a screenshot, and then that way I can see it and I'll go fix it tonight.
All right.
Thank you, bro. You're good.
No problem. Thank you.
Awesome. All right.
Thank you.
I didn't mean to cut you off. What were you saying? I'm sorry, man.
No, I was just saying thank you.
All right. And another question I had was like, is that when you run on for the Google the what was it called, the Google My Business? It was the GM. Yeah, the GMB. Is that preferably more towards like a shop owner, or like can anybody could anybody really do it, like somebody that's on like on booth rent or commission? Because like will it affect the shop owner if like somebody who's renting the chair or somebody that's on booth rent, like they do their own Google My Business inside their barbershop, like could it affect them in a negative or positive way?
Yeah, so ideally what you want to do is everybody in the barbershop who is willing to. So that's part of when I talk about like having the freedom to market. That means that you want to contribute to the barbershop. So I came to Headlines and I became a contributor or a manager to the Google My Business listing. 3, 4, 5 other barbers are all in there becoming managers in Google My Business, like Oscar said. It doesn't help you to have your own, because you're going to be working with such little reviews. I had a 5-star on Google, but I only had 100 reviews for my name, Tito Cuts own Google page. But when I came to headlines, they had 1,600 5-star Google reviews. So I started contributing. I told all my clients, let's get those reviews in there. We're part of this team now. So it's not going to be beneficial to have your own. It's going to be better to get everybody to work as a team and get different people to sign up as booth renters, as managers on the Google My Business page. So everybody can respond to reviews, everybody can post content. But you'll run into that in the modules too, though. There's a whole that's also in the modules, and I don't think you've run into that part yet, but we break all that down too.
Okay, all right. That was really it. That was just I don't have any more questions. That was just like really my main concern with the free haircuts and then the GMB. I'm promoting free haircuts myself. I'm like hitting people up on IG. I'm passing out cards, letting them know, come to the shop and I'll give you a free haircut and stuff like that. I know the free haircut thing really works. It brings it caters to the business and can make your business grow and stuff like that. Thank you so much, Basio. Tito, you said your name was Tito.
Yep.
All right, Tito, it was nice meeting you, man. Thank you so much. And sorry if I held up or took too much time on the video or asking questions that could have been answered by doing more heavy research on my own in the modules.
It's okay. Hey, we're all students and we're all learning how to learn. If tune in to Mindset Mondays with Tyler and with Nate, they always talk about that, learning how to learn, going through, doing the research and bringing in valuable questions to the table. That's exactly what you did today. So thank you. So let's get Justin. Justin, go ahead and unmute yourself and turn on your camera, please. Justin Nunez.
What's up, guys? How's everybody doing?
Hey, man. Thank you for participating today. How you doing?
For sure. So, it's my second day in the mentorship now, and I got a similar story just for background as the first gentleman. I don't remember your name, man. I was in this shop for about 1.5 years with no license. I went through school, but I'm recently licensed now, and I have a shop where it checks all my boxes off as far as freedom. I am in a good plaza with a huge major Spanish supermarket. It's like the Publix of a Puerto Rican supermarket. And the shop owner has given me permission to do whatever pleases as far as with the manager of the shop. You want to bring guys in. We only have 4 barbers in the shop right now and a 10 chair shop.
Cool.
Now, there's zero access to Google My Business. Now, my question is, even though I check all the boxes, is there any way to get access into that if the owner has zero understanding, she has no idea what's going on with Google My Business, no login information, no nothing. And from my understanding, the gentleman that was doing that in the past, he never really did much with it, but he ended up
such a common thing.
May he rest in peace.
Such a common thing, guys.
So if this is in the modules and I'm trying to skip ahead, I can shut the fuck up too and get to that. But I want to know if I should start looking into other shops, because in the module I did create a list of shops that I'm interested in, but I'd love to build with what I got now too.
It's going to be more of a learning lesson for you for the day that you become an owner yourself, to just learn how to maximize the situation that you're in right now. It sounds like you are in a beautiful place right now. You've got a great culture. Everybody's contributing. Now, the Google is a fundamental part that you are going to run into that in the modules. What you're going to learn to do is you're going to be claiming the business. So there has to be some sort of acknowledgement of the address or some sort of acknowledgement of your business on Google, right? But you just don't know how to, you're not in there yet. You're not managing it yet. The modules are going to break down how to claim it. And that's going to be an awesome learning lesson for you, bro. Like, you're going to get in there, you're going to flip that thing on its head, get in there, and it's going to be an awesome learning lesson, bro. Like, everything that you learn here, building this shop up and learning how to lead that team, which it sounds like you're already doing.
Right.
You just take it to the next level. It's just a matter of taking ownership, like literally taking ownership, claiming that business on Google My Business.
Oh, that was my main question right there.
Yeah, please do.
I appreciate that, man. Thank you. That was my main concern, just to make sure there is a way to grasp hold of
Sorry,
that
guys. Yeah, no
account.
doubt.
Just
I'm sorry,
imagine the
guys. I
research
forgot.
that
I
you're
keep forgetting to
teammates are
unmute
gonna see,
myself
bro.
on the
Like, hey
YouTube
guys,
side.
look, I
My
found
bad,
a
guys.
way to take control of this. Look, let me help you log in.
That's
I want to
not
make
on
you a
purpose. I
manager,
feel
you a
terrible.
manager, you a manager. Bro, it's gonna be a beautiful
And
thing.
I already did all that like 2 months ago, and I was emailing. I didn't know what I was doing though, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Keep it going, bro.
Love.
Next up, we have Gerald. Gerald Oliver. Look, this is the guy. This is the guy. Go ahead, unmute yourself and turn your camera on. This is example number 2.
What's good, Tito?
My guy, what's up, man? I'm glad you came on. What's up,
Yeah.
bro?
So it's not really a question. It's just kind of like a answer to Lewis a little bit on one of his points. And there was another iPhone user that had a different question. But it was more so about if you have a shop and like it's a toxic behavior. So the shop that you touched bases on, that wasn't my first shop with a toxic behavior. So the one in Orlando actually was toxic at first, and I was able to change that around within
He
like
moved to headlines.
I think it was like 8 months. I only stayed there for a year, but in those 8 months, I was able to change it around to the point where even the clients were like, once I left, they were like, "Oh, we miss him. Like, where is he? He was funny." Type deal. We noticed the change. We noticed how clean it was. So just like even with Lewis, how he was saying like the verbiage and the language wasn't good. Just keep doing you. Keep engaging with the clients. Keep having fun. Keep being yourself. The people are going to know about it. The clients are definitely going to
Be
recognize
yourself,
it,
man.
and that's mainly all you want to care about.
That's real.
It's just the client's engagement with the shop. Like that's
great
all
advice.
your main focus is. Because even the shop in Orlando, I was starting to get clients from other barbers because of my attitude. So it's like that's your main thing.
That's real.
That's not your main thing, but that's one of the main things. Like you want to make sure that the shop atmosphere is fire, and any way you can contribute to that. Like Jordan might say I'm quiet right now, but that's just to say like how I am. Like I just want to make sure that I could be good, you know. But like you just gotta change it. And then the reason why I left the other shop, I saw the other iPhone user. He said, so if it's a toxic behavior, you just want to leave. No, you want to try and see if you could change it. Like honestly, the Orlando one wasn't bad. Once I changed it, it wasn't bad. So I would practically stay there if I didn't want to move to Tampa. Like I really wanted to move to Tampa, so I would stay there. The other one, it was so toxic, I couldn't change it. I would change a few people, but they would hire another person, and it would still become toxic. It was a constant change of toxic. If there's a constant change of toxic, that messes with yourself and that messes with your own mental. You don't want to mess with your own mental. Like no matter what, you want to do something, get out of there, go help yourself. At the end of the day, you could be as positive as all get up. A plant could be as a beautiful plant, but once it gets a toxic water onto it, it dies. So we want to make sure that you live. So just keep being you, keep doing you. Yeah, just keep getting better. And if you do need to leave, leave, bro. Don't just stay there. But that's all I wanted to say. I didn't really have much. And also, I saw what you said, Basio. Thank you for allowing me to join the team.
Yeah, man.
But I'm out. Appreciate it.
You did have much.
We do a pretty good job of attracting some good people to the team, huh? Man, I love it. Shout out to you, Gerald, man.
Man, we are so proud of that dude. And it's a perfect example of how Jordan, I was talking about how like Jordan left our shop, but he still left, like his influence still lives there with us. Your influence literally is still living in Orlando with those guys, man. That's beautiful, bro. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Up next, we got Javier Chimal. You want to unmute yourself and turn on your camera? That would be amazing. Javier, please.
Yo, what up, man?
What's going on, man?
Hey, bro. So I've already decided I'm gonna make a jump in shops. I've assessed the situation. I don't think that there's a whole lot I could do to change, some people's mind frames. They've been there for 10 plus years, a lot of these guys. And so I've only been cutting here 4 years, and so I'm moving. But my question is, I'm trying to figure out if I should do this move. I got a vacation coming up on the 3rd week of November that it's already paid for. It's with the family, so we're going. But I'm trying to figure out, should I make the move like the week before, start start at the new shop on the 2nd week of November or the 4th week of November, considering the holidays are basically here, right? Just trying to make the. What's up?
You said your trip is when?
The 3rd week of November, from the 17th through the 24th. Going to
Yeah, that's real. That's not on Thanksgiving, is it? That's real close.
No, it's real close. Yeah, let me double check those dates. So I'm not lying to you. Yeah, from the 17th to the 23rd, actually. So, shop owner's cool with me, like, starting on the 12th. I talked to him today. He's like, yo, you can start tomorrow if you want to. Yeah. But I don't want to burn bridges. These guys, they show me a lot of love, when I got on, and I want to do things the right way. So I'm gonna give them 2 weeks, maybe pay for 3 weeks worth of booth rent, and peace out, right?
I've been in situations where I tried giving them 2 weeks, and they say, "You
guys, I'm dropping off."
Yeah, that's what they did last. Literally,
so
did that last.
I appreciate you guys being on this call.
So
they're probably gonna go on for another hour and a half, bro.
Dude, I would try to get in that new shop as soon as possible.
It wouldn't surprise
Obviously,
me.
like whatever sits.
So with that being said, I can't do it.
Honestly, if you have a conversation with them,
I got more work to do. I gotta record some content. Because we're about to release the tracking app, the newest version that's going to all our mentees.
Hey, what are your expectations of this?
All right, so I'll see you guys later. Thanks for jumping on.